If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Freddie Prinze, the guy this week, and I saw a little bit of the Hollywood take on this last week. At who did I see? I saw Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
Very, very briefly. I do watch some wrestling. I think I threw you a text or something.
I'm impressed because he was on for all of about 5 seconds.
Yeah, what was going on there? It was in the St. Louis arena. I saw a lot of St. Louis Blues stuff up. What's going on with Prinze, and how is this sitting with the wrestling fans, this guest star thing where it's kind of like the Letterman show or something?
I think in general, the hardcore fans aren't fans of this concept. As I've talked about here before, I take a different view of it. The Raw ratings have been up. They did another 3.8 on Monday night. Now, in the 8 weeks leading up to the guest host concept, they were doing about a 3.4. So it has worked from increasing ratings standpoint. And I think the shows have been a mixed bag. Some have been better than others. But the fact that 2 weeks ago, Jeremy Piven was on the show. And he had this guy, Dr. Ken, who I found incredibly annoying. And to me, that was a bad show. That's the only one since they started the guest host format that I thought was bad. But here's the thing. Jeremy Piven went on the local, he's got a movie out, which is why he was on the show, The Goods.
That's what you do.
That's what you do.
You work the circuit.
You work the circuit, and when he was working the circuit, he was talking about his WWE appearance. He was mentioning John Cena. He was mentioning Randy Orton. They were showing clips. Raw on Monday night showed...
And for wrestling to be rubbing up against Jeremy Piven's good for wrestling.
No doubt about it. And, on Raw Monday night, they showed a spread in People Magazine. Well, not a spread. I won't go that far. But in People Magazine, there's Jeremy Piven flying off the top rope into John Cena. John Cena standing there waiting to catch him. Now, is WWE going to be in People Magazine unless Jeremy Piven?
Well, right. In 1980, wrestling had nothing other than Andre the Giant and sort of a freak show, right? I mean, right. To get itself into the mainstream, I think that's Vince's gift. Is back in the 80s, he discovered that Hulk Hogan being in a movie was big box office for him, especially a Rocky movie, and then the whole thing became about all of this. Donald Trump, Lawrence Taylor, Cyndi Lauper, we can go through all of that stuff. 25 years later, you want to rub up against Entourage. That's what you want to do.
And as much as the hardcore fans will say, this is an abomination, and I get some of these comments. Somebody referenced Bruno the other day. This is why Bruno Sammartino doesn't like what wrestling has become.
This is why Bruno made $30,000 a year and not $3 million a year.
Let's bring back the days of Georgia Championship Wrestling in 1982 and TBS. Hey, I loved all that stuff too, but it's not 1982 anymore. It's a different world and it's a different product. It evolved, just like a lot of things have evolved. Watch a Major League Baseball game today or an NFL game and watch an old film from the 70s. It's a different game. So I think you have to let go of that a little bit. And here's the other thing. The hardcore fans, as much as they'll say, I'm never watching Raw again, I think it's a very small segment of people who will really follow through with that. The hardcores are going to be there no matter what because they're hooked. It's you make your big business by bringing in the mainstream. And the ratings are showing an increase. So obviously, people want to see Shaquille O'Neal. They want to see Jeremy Piven. They want to see Freddie Prinze. I don't see how it in any way is a bad thing. I mean, are you going to get an occasional bad show like the Piven show? Yeah. But
ZZ Top was no great shake.
ZZ Top I thought was very average. Seth Green was very good. I thought the Seth Green show was good. Here's the thing all those shows have in common, the ones that were good. Seth Green, Shaquille O'Neal, and Freddie Prinze Jr. are all huge WWE fans. And they make no bones about it, and you could see when they were on the show, they were enthusiastic.
So Vince is seeking out people who love wrestling.
Jeremy Piven was there to promote a movie. And that's why he called SummerSlam Summerfest. And that's why it was a bad show.
Right, okay.
Now, the other guys, they're lifelong fans. Freddie Prinze worked for the company. Freddie Prinze was on the creative team, behind the scenes, helping to write the scripts. Now, they couldn't acknowledge that on the show because how do you say he used to write our scripts? It's not supposed to be scripted. They couldn't say that on camera. But, hey, he's part of our creative team. Oh, creative team? What do you mean?
Wait a minute. They create. We don't know what they create.
So, yeah.
All right, Kevin Eck.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.